What's going on, everyone? This is Titus Wang here, and today I will be informing you about culinary modernism. Culinary modernism is linked to food, but more importantly, it changes the way that we dine, whether people are being served the food or whether people are eating the food. And with all this change happening all over the world every day, food historians are constantly looking into the matter, and they often ask themselves, with food being so vital to human lives, what makes us choose what we want to eat? So today, I'm going to be sharing with you how culinary modernism brings out our philosophical thoughts, how it promotes new uncommon styles of cooking, and how modernizing food can actually provide benefits for not just humans, but for the environment. So the philosophical mindsets that we have when we think about food are ethos, pathos, and logos. And all of these thoughts actually link to the former definition of culinary modernism, which is a movement embracing food that is industrial, novel, and is available more or less equally to all. And this term was actually coined by the world-renowned food historian and award-winning article author of Cuisine and Empire, Rachel Laudan, who also states in her own words, a culinary ethos then is the set of presuppositions, often implicit, that shape choice on what is good to eat, correct to eat, or natural to eat. That being said, logos and pathos are also both important factors when it comes to thinking about food and preparing it. But then there's also the relationship with how we feel and how we eat. Going back to those relationships, the chefs who are preparing the food often put in a lot of time preparing it. So they often have their feeling and love towards the food that they create for people to enjoy. And the people that enjoy the food have those kinds of feelings where, after the first bite, they may fall in love with that certain food. Michael Lasconas, an article publisher of The Atlantic, summarizes these kinds of feelings in a single sentence. The 3-hour procession of dishes, made many just a single bite, offer a treetop view of what modern technology and equipment have made possible. So with these new feelings come a lot of new ideas in the culinary world, and these new ideas can revolutionize the way that people cook. People come from many different cultures, and food comes from many different cuisines, which can lead to many unique and topical ideas. And a lot of these chefs, especially, find that their best interests are in cooking and eating. Sparshita Saxena, an article publisher at NDTV Food, states that when she and her staff first started working at their kitchen, that these people began to arrive and develop their own personal idiosyncratic techniques, culinary shortcuts, and recipes. And people began to experiment with these foods to create new, tasty creations. Nick Machesmo, an article author of Cooking with Confidence, states that taking a few different ingredients from different cuisines and mixing them together is something I've gotten good at. Now that being said, it does take some experience to mix different flavors and hope that it turns out good, but with chefs doing this, it creates whole new different flavor combinations for people to try, and a lot of people do in fact seem to enjoy them. Now, and experimenting with this food can also create benefits for not just humans, but for the environment as well. Modern twists, especially, pointing onto that matter. There is a method of cooking meat called sous vide, which is for low temperature cooking instead of high temperature cooking. And Ed Miniat, a sous vide connoisseur, states that there are a lot of benefits to sous vide cooking, including consistent cooking, extended shelf life, improved food safety, easier and faster preparation, and better yields and less food waste, not to mention flavorful meat for the entire family. Even hippie food trends are making an impact on the environment as we speak. Katie Harper, producer of the React YouTube channel, produced a video called College Kids Try 2019's Biggest Food Trends. And at one point, she had some college kids try goat meat curry. And she told these college kids that at one point, every year, 100,000 male goats in the UK are euthanized for their milk and cheese, but can't get any out of the male goats. So instead of just throwing the meat for wasteful decomposition, they actually use the goat meat in replacement of beef or pork. So today I've covered the reasons as to why culinary modernism is significant in the ways people look at food. Number 1, food often brings out our philosophical thought processes. Number 2, food experimented with will often lead to new styles of cooking. And number 3, food with a modern twist does have advantages in both cuisine and for the environment. Thank you.